Let's take a driving tour of downtown St. George, Utah, which is one of the most charming historic downtowns in the United States. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with St. George is a lovely little city in southern Utah, which is about an hour and 45 minutes northeast of Las Vegas and 4 hours southwest of Salt Lake City. This means St. George, Utah enjoys mild winters and a relatively mild climate 9 months out of the year. In other words, St. George's weather is similar to Las Vegas's weather, but not quite as extreme. Let's take a tour. Let's go for a tour of downtown St. George, Utah, America's prettiest downtown. Okay, so we are going down Main Street, and to the right of us is the new City Hall that's supposed to open, around September. And then we've got the Children's Museum, we just passed it. And then this we're passing right now is Town Square Park.
Yeah, so we're on Main Street. So actually we're gonna be approaching 0-0. So we're in the grid system. So this is literally the center. This little roundabout is the center of St. George itself.
Yeah, and it looks like did they already take down the Iron Man statue? Because this year is the last year of Iron Man in St. George. So
it's the end of an era.
It is the end of an era.
Well, we just outgrown it, I guess.
Yeah, so now we're going down Main Street. This is super cute because there's lots of cute little vintage shops. There's art galleries.
Bear Paw Cafe. Fantastic French toast, by the way.
Yeah, and then, so there's the Advenir Hotel, which has wood ash rye.
Yes.
It's an excellent restaurant, actually. I can say that there are excellent restaurants in southern Utah. That happens to be one of them.
And then actually this is to our left here, this is Ancestor Square.
Yeah.
So you have more restaurants here. So George's restaurant, they actually have a full service bar here. Actually just down the road up here is a brewery as well. There's the pizza factory. There's the pasta factory, I believe.
Which I think is part of the pizza.
Yeah, they're both related. And actually they have Benjatai here, the Painted Pony.
Yeah.
Which is some more fine dining kind of option here. And there's a bar here as well. So this is kind of where a lot of things are happening, right in this little pocket. But then it radiates out, obviously, from here.
Yeah.
So through the magic of
video
editing, we get that light turned quick, green right quick.
Yeah, it did.
So yeah, this is the brewery we're talking about here.
Yeah, so Zion Brewery. Yeah, so we'll just kind of go around the roundabout here. Yeah, and in the roundabout, they usually kind of change those statues here. Oh, and that's the Opera House right there. So they have plays and stuff.
That reminds me of the Sydney Opera House, right?
The Sydney Opera House. No, but downtown St. George.
It is cute, yes.
It's super cute. I actually love downtown St. George.
So before we continue, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Sean Dazad.
And I'm Courtney Dazad.
And I'm a licensed realtor here in the city of Utah. And if you're watching this channel, you might be thinking, wow, Sean, I love St. George. I love the red rocks. I love the beautiful weather. I can't wait to move here. Now, the problem is I'm not local and maybe out of state and maybe even out of the country. So I don't know what to do. I totally get that. That's when to reach out to us because we work with a team that has over 40 years of experience here in St. George itself. So we know all the nooks and crannies and we can be that guide, that advisor to really find you that perfect home. So what you can do is you can give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, that number is a cell phone, so you can call us or text us, or you can use WhatsApp if you're outside the country. You can see it's just starting to get green. It's actually, in my opinion, most beautiful in the summer, but it is blazing hot. So. And
also, what's nice about St. George, the downtown area, is that it mixes old with new, right? So basically, a lot of St. George is on the newer side or brand new with a lot of new construction going on. This is obviously where you have much more established properties, but you have some new construction happening here as well.
Yeah, so directly in front of us, that's the Advenir Hotel. That's a boutique hotel. I think it's owned by Hilton, maybe? Might be owned by Hilton.
Yeah, but wood ash rye is fantastic.
Yeah. Wood ash rye is very good. Yeah, and so then to right of us is Ancestor Square, so they've got a bunch of stuff in there. I'll show you some B-roll of it in there.
Yeah, so this is St. George Boulevard itself. This is one of the more main roads here. So you have a lot of retail establishments along here, and then actually we're approaching Bluff, which is also another main road as well.
Yeah, and then the empty lot that we passed a while back that was right across from the Advenir Hotel, they're going to be having more just retail, I believe, is what's scheduled for there. So
And then, yeah, so you'll see, like, there's a lot of, properties that are definitely on the older side here.
Yeah.
Again, this is where you're not really having association. Some people really hate association, so this area offers definitely, less of that.
Yeah, actually, Sue, our business partner, Sue, she lived downtown a long time ago. Go that way. She lived downtown a long time ago, and she really liked it. She thought it was super fun. There's lots of, there's lots of stuff to do down here.
Yeah,
so.
And also, like, obviously St. George is pretty spread out, and so if you're downtown, it's a short trek to get to, like, whatever you're looking for, right? Which is nice. So there's lots of jobs here.
Sorry. I'm just
Farmstead, yes.
Bakery. That is really popular.
Good stuff.
That actually is and then that's the courthouse. The library's over there. We'll go past that. So that is the Washington County School District office over there. This to the right of us is Town Square Park.
Yeah, so they'll have fairs here and that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, I think they're having an art festival that's coming up pretty soon, actually, because the farmers market will run by where the farmers market is. Oh, the Thomas Judd's store. That is I think the oldest. Oh, FS Coffee Co. That is new. That is like a sister company to Farmstead. So the same people own it. And
actually, we'll go this way because also there's that theater as well.
Yeah, the Electric Company Theater.
Yeah.
And they have, like, right next to Electric Company Theater, there's going to be, like, an event space that's going up, and then an office building. So Capoletti's, so this is an office building, a 2-story office building right next to Electric Company Theater.
And so actually St. George's theater scene is actually pretty decent.
It is,
It's actually not bad.
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't think for, again, an area that's not that large in population, but it's solid.
It is. We also have Tuacan, which isn't downtown, but yeah, there's a pretty big, like, theater scene here. So. Oh,
and also on St. George Boulevard, we'll probably hit back up to St. George Boulevard in a little bit. We're just kind of winding down the streets to kind of give you a feel of downtown. Mm-hmm. But there's some really cool, actually, like, interesting shops like Finney Farms.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Finney Farm. You can get raw milk there, and you can get.
So we're hippies.
Yeah, you can get raw milk.
Grass-fed beef.
Yeah, you want to keep going down because I love that little house right there. So you can find all these little cute little houses downtown that are older. So
yeah, and also what's interesting, the streets are nice and wide, right?
Yeah.
They're tree-lined streets, which is really cool.
Yeah.
You definitely have a mix of, homes that have been restored and then homes that have not. So there's some opportunities there to restore if that's what you're looking to do.
Yeah, for
and then it's just a mix of everything. There's like multi-family living units here. There's obviously small homes, large homes, a little bit of everything.
There's a Buffalo. Oh, we should probably go by Utah Tech.
Oh, for sure.
Do you want to go by Utah Tech?
Oh, let's go that way and then wind that way.
Okay.
So again, more wide streets. And then actually off in the distance, off in these bluffs here, you have Dixie Tech, which is a junior college. Mm-hmm. And so that's right here. We also have Utah Tech, which is a university actually, which we will be hitting up as well. But you have that option here as well. So there's tons of education options.
Downtown, you also have kind of, you've got like your, what would you call it? Like alternative medicine, healing type stuff. You got a decent
holistic scene.
Holistic scene. That's it. That's a good way to put it. You definitely have a decent amount of stuff in downtown like that.
Yeah, and also, and not too far off from downtown, there's tons of retail too. So like, there's just a lot right in this pocket. Again, we're keeping this pretty confined to downtown itself, but you also have, it's pretty well, it's flanked by the 15 freeway, Bluff Street, and then I would say St. George Boulevard, and gosh, it just kind of comes to a point where Bluff hits the 15 freeway, I guess.
And usually if there's like a big event that's happening in St. George, it will be somehow involved in the downtown area. Like when we used to have the Ironman, they wouldn't start here, but they would end here, and then the expo would be here. If you have anything that has to do with the whole county, because it's just the center, a lot of times it'll just be happening downtown, because then you just assume, it's kind of equidistant from everybody, so.
Yeah, I just love how wide these streets are. It's so rare to find that. And it's just a lot more, organic, I guess, the way where you do have shops mixed with homes and everything. Whereas, again, when you get a lot of these other subdivisions, it's very much a residential community. They just had very purposely made it that way.
Yeah.
And here, you just kind of get this everything is very nearby.
Yeah, and I just like downtown. It's cute. Like, I like it down here.
Yeah, and there's still plenty of parks here as well. Like actually, right catty corner to us right now is Vernon Worthen Park.
Yeah, so you got someone. He's probably walking to the park with his kids right now.
Yeah, and actually this park here is where they have the farmers market, which is usually every week on a Saturday morning. And so you'll have food trucks, you'll have obviously locally grown foods here, as well as just little knickknacks and cool like crafts and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, they will have some weekends. Like I think this weekend they're not having it because I think there's if there's a big event going on downtown, they won't have the farmers market. Just so you should check before you go.
Now, I'd say one thing that downtown doesn't have is a golf course, right? Which makes sense given that golf courses tend to take up a lot of space.
They do.
And there's tons of activities here though. So like actually we're gonna be passing by some pickleball courts. Pickleball courts are all over the place in the greater St. George region. So this is certainly not the only spot. People take their pickleball very seriously here.
They do. Kind of like Andre Agassi.
Yeah, he's really into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we're approaching Utah Tech, and this university is pretty fantastic in that it's actually really reasonably priced. For everyone knows how expensive higher education is these days, but Utah Tech actually has bucked the trend. It's actually pretty reasonable
So far.
Yeah, you never know.
We
shall see. And then truth be told though, we don't get a lot of people reaching out wanting to move to downtown. It's more like they like the fact that there is a downtown that they can go to. People tend to want newer to brand new construction, and obviously that's not what you can see by any substantial amount in downtown area.
No, I mean, you will see people that buy a lot and then they, basically tear down the house or they fully restore it. But yeah, for new construction, there's not really anything down here. Yeah, so here's Utah Tech.
Yeah, and this is a new aquatic stadium, right?
Yeah, so they got a really nice pool in there.
They revamped their football stadium as well.
Yeah, they revamped the football stadium. So, yeah, you can see, the kids going to class. Yeah, it brings a lot of people, actually, a lot of kids to the area because it's a relatively affordable 4-year university. So.
Yeah, and there's like new buildings going up all the time. I mean, it's starting to look really nice and modernized. Yeah,
new programs are happening all the time. They're really tied in with the school system as well. So,
yeah, very true.
Yeah, so if there is a school here actually where you can get your associate's degree the same time that you graduate high school, and they spend, I believe, part of the time on the Utah Tech campus. A few people whose kids do it. So that, yeah, and then, there's other ways that the university is tied, but they try to make use of this university with the school system here, so.
Yeah, and the school system in St. George itself is...
Sorry, technical difficulties, the camera got too hot, so.
It's warming up.
Yeah.
So yeah, so as we're exiting Utah Tech, we're going to be hitting actually St. George Boulevard, because that, again, we saw a little portion of it. We're going to see more of it. There's some really cool shops, actually.
Yeah, there are. There's a lot of stuff down. There's a lot of cool stuff downtown.
Yeah, good amount of restaurants, like shops.
Yeah.
Actually, there's Nielsen's Frozen Custard.
Oh yeah, are we gonna drive past it?
We will.
Nielsen's
Let's
Frozen Custard. Our kids always ask for that. Even though we won't see it, so St. George Boulevard also has Sakura, which is
a hibachi sushi restaurant,
which
is fun. So, I mean, I guess if something more like people are more familiar with, it's like Benihana's, very similar type of feel. And actually, it's good. I mean, it's really highly rated. There's always a draw. People really like the experience.
Yeah, it's good for like birthdays. People love to go for birthdays.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, we're approaching St. George Boulevard. So again, to our right would be where the 15 freeway is. So that's just a really short, it's really close by here. And then that's again where Sakura is. Sakura is basically off the 15 freeway and St. George Boulevard. So it's right there. And then as we go down this way, that's where you'll see a bunch of also little cool shops. Actually, Pickler, that's indoor pickleball, right?
Yeah, so that's super popular in the summer because it gets really hot here in the summer.
Now you can work around. I guess we should bring that up. Like, the summer is hot, but a lot of people still do pickleball year round. They just do it more in the morning because that way you can, because it does. Like some places, it's hot perpetually throughout the entire day. That's not the case here. It really starts warming up as you get to like 11 o'clock or so. So before that, you can actually do a lot of activities. So to our right is Finney Farm. That's got the grass-fed beef as well as raw milk and cheeses and stuff, which is cool. Smoked Taco. This is a newer restaurant that just opened up. And then this is Nielsen's frozen custard, world renowned.
Yeah. Yeah, it may look a little bit, the building's old, but inside is...
good stuff.
It is. So now we're just going to drive along St. George Boulevard, and then Sean and I are going to go to lunch at Wood-Ash Rye. Subscribe to our channel if you would like to know what are all the best restaurants in Washington County, because sadly we have known people that have come to St. George and they just said, the food's not good here, we can't live here. And there are really good restaurants
There
here.
are nuggets of gold. This is our quest. Because to be frank, we don't actually eat out all that often.
Yeah.
So, but we're making it a point to actually, really uncover these.
Reclaimed. Sorry to interrupt you. Reclaimed. That is the cutest little store. It has cute furniture. The woman who owns it, she'll get, older furniture. Actually, I gave her one of my pieces, and then she painted it so nice.
And then we bought it back.
And no, we didn't buy it back. But yeah.
But you're you would have bought it back.
If
tempted.
we had room, I would have actually bought it back.
Oh, I know.
But you should go into that shop. It's super cute.
Yeah, they have a nice little twist on things.
Yeah. So now here we are right back where we started. So I hope you enjoy the tour of downtown St. George. It is such a cute little area.
And remember, I am a licensed realtor here in the state of Utah. So as much as we love making these videos, what we love more is to help you with your real estate needs. So whether you're looking to buy or sell a home, what you want to do is you want to give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, that number is a cell phone, so you can call us or text us, or you can use WhatsApp if you're outside the country.